watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it if you can. As always, as well, please comment down below if you want to get involved with us. And for those of you listening on Spotify, Apple, or any other podcasting platform, please follow and give us a 5-star review if you can. It definitely helps with the algorithm and getting more eyes on the pod, or ears on the pod, I guess I should say. But anyway, let's get on to the preview / prediction section. We've got España in the final, and my favourite player, Rodri, will be coming up against old Decky Rice. How do you think that game's going to go? A lot's been said about, Spain looking like a very good team in this tournament, and obviously Lamine Yamal and Dani Olmo and Fabian Ruiz all playing off their nuts. What do you reckon is going to happen in that game, mate?
It's going to be a really interesting game, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to again be a clash of two styles. Spain with really wide wingers, with Williams in Williams' case, who take defenders. I mean, the amount of times I've seen him skip past defenders is unreal. Like it's like they're not there. Like he just gallops
Walker's
past them.
Walker's going to need to be on job.
I mean, Walker's got the pace at least to try and keep up with him, but the defensive nous I'm worried about. Like I'm worried about Nico Williams running off his shoulder and stuff, because Walker likes to go for a snooze every now and again when he's marking his man. So
he does.
Yamal is really, really, obviously people are going mental on him, but his style is very different. And I think that's why their wing play is really interesting, because he doesn't really take players on. He's more like,
he cuts inside.
He cuts in, runs off him. His style is quite similar to Saka in a lot of ways, really. I don't think Saka likes to run beyond that much, or, necessarily go one-on-one with defenders all the time. But, their movement and the way they play and the way they kind of manipulate the ball, and that gives them a huge advantage when they take on their fullbacks. But yeah, midfield, you've obviously got Rodri, Ruiz. Ruiz has been a standout for them. He's looked really good.
Yeah.
And he's a unit as well. So I mean, physically, I'm a bit worried about taking them on. But the one thing I will say
as well.
Yeah, the one thing I will say though, I don't like their defense that much.
Me neither.
I think their goalie's pretty rubbish. I think Laporte and
Normand.
Normand, they're French defenders. They're decent. But I mean, Harry Kane should still be able to bag against them, I believe. And their fullbacks, I mean, Cucurella's 2-pack of I don't care what anyone says.
Everyone's been gassing him up in this tournament, though.
I don't care. He's looked decent in this tournament, but we see him more. All right, we've seen him not 28 days that have been in this tournament. He's a
multi-pack of arse.
Yeah. He's a 12-pack. He's a keg of arse. He's rubbish. And we've seen him 28 days in the Euros. We've seen him 750 odd days in the Premier League, and he's been absolute balls for most of them. So I'm not believing in him. So I believe Saka can have him on toast. I believe in you, Bukayo. You're going to rip him. If you play right wing, he should be doing that. He should be doing the Ronaldinho meme when he's pre-match for AC Milan, because he should be ready to cook. So I don't believe in that, and I think Carvajal, you can get at him. I think he's obviously been good for Real Madrid, but
he's
you should wind him up.
The issue with him is he's shifty. He gets in those little nudges and elbows and steps on your feet. He's one of them geezers. He's one of those typical Real Madrid defenders.
But you need to put Jude there. That's my hot take for this game. Put Jude on the left wing like we kind of have in the recent games, but get him a little bit further out so he's taken on Carvajal. Because I think that's a battle of the S houses, and I think that will be a good way to kind of negate that impact that Carvajal's going to have. Because if you put a good, honest lad taking him on, like Eze or someone like that, Carvajal's going to eat them up, right? Because he's going to show all of his nous. He's going to do all dark arts and all that kind of shifty little ratty behaviour that he's going to
that Bruno Fernandes behaviour right there.
Careful. Bruno's been a good boy this tournament. But I think there's opportunities there for us, man. I think if we go off form, they've obviously been cooking up paella. Like they've been playing amazing. So
that jamon,
that jamon and queso, they're doing amazing. So I get why there's some trepidation, but we got to back our team. We've got to back our players. I definitely think we've got more than enough quality to beat them. And not that long ago, Johns, we were in the West Ham Stadium and we saw Colombia beat them. And I know
Yeah.
Colombia are
Hold
cooking up
tight,
an
Colombia.
absolute
Yeah.
storm. Yeah, big up, Jose. Cooking up an absolute storm in the final of the Copa. Come on, guys. We'll be
Fighting Darwin
supporting.
Nunes.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, exactly. Another plus 5 points for them. And then they're going to take on Argentina, and I hope they beat them as well because that would be
Me too.
beautiful. But yeah, Spain have not been perfect for like long. This isn't like
Yeah.
a team that have been balling out for ages, and I think we've got a shot, man. So I don't know. It's going to be a clash of styles, but I think it could work to our favor because if Spain play open, expansive football like they do,
There's space.
theoretically that should play into our hands a bit and offer us some space, at least on transition, and give us room to play through the lines. Because that's something I noticed in the first half against Netherlands. If you give us a bit of room and you don't, compact space, we've got players in midfield and attacking midfield positions that like to play through lines, and they're able to hurt you by playing through lines. The only worry I have is Spain might do that, but they press high.
Yeah.
So, the style might allow it, but their pressing style is going to be hard for us. It's really going to. I tell you what, it's going to test our press resistance to the max. It's going to test our ability to hold on to the ball under pressure to the max, and it's going to test our moving the ball quickly to the max. Because if we manage to do those three things, we can beat Spain. But whether or not we can do those three things for long enough is my worry. Because they'll hurt you for sure. Like, they're going to have opportunities. There's no way they won't. Because we haven't talked about another elephant in the room, and that's Dani Olmo, who's been cooking his balls off as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've got some people, man, that in terms of the form guide are looking really good. But I think if you're looking at the overall qualities and the star power, I think England are better. So,
yeah,
I think it's going to be a fun game. You know what, man? It's coming home. I'm going to go England 2-1.
Okay.
And I think the key to this though is that we either go behind early or we score quite late in the game. I think if we score early, we're going to drop deep because we know that's the recipe for Southgate, and that will worry me. If that happens, I don't know if we'll win. I think there's a good chance it would go to extra time or Spain turn it around and win like they did against France.
Yeah.
But if Spain score first and that kind of jolts England into the right mind frame, or we score late on, then I think we'll win. And I think that is what will happen. So I'm going to go 2-1 England. What about you, Nick?
So, I mean, this is going to sound like a broken record, but I'm going to go 2-1 as well. And the reason why I say that is because I would love to say 3-1, but the way that we play after we score, we don't do it. We just say, all right, we'll shut up shop. We'll do Jose Mourinho and let's just play this out. So we never go and really chase after another goal. And I don't see us like playing them off the park. That's the only way that I see us really winning by 2-3 goal margin. So I think the way that we win is exactly as you said, right? They're going to jolt us into, we're going to start a little slow. They'll get an early dispossession of someone in our midfield. Please not Rice again. And then they'll go and score. And then from there, we're going to have to go a little bit more gung-ho and we're going to start to open up some of that space. So I think that's really the way that we win. I'd love to be proved wrong, though. If we can smash them 4-0, I'd love that. I'd absolutely love it. But what I've thought about, right? They're going to be a high-pressing team, which means you need to break the press. And we can do that one of two ways. We can either copy it basically, where we just play ourselves out of danger and we, use really good ball control, really good feints and so on to get out of it and then play the ball forward. And then we're going to need pacey people in behind to really get testing Carvajal, get testing Lenormand and Laporte and all these lot. Or the second way you do it is you just get someone like Trent on the ball and you just spray one over the top every single time. And that's where having someone like Watkins or something else like that also could cause a lot of problems. And I'm actually leaning towards the idea of playing Watkins in like a left wing type position and really trying to test Carvajal, because I think, as you've kind of pointed out before, Watkins can play that left wing role. And I think he's got the pace and strength to really cause issues to Carvajal. He might be a bit too nice though. And that's the issue where you got Carvajal with the dark arts. But that's the second way that you do that, right? Is you just get someone that's going to spray balls over the top every single, second he gets on the ball and just have runners in behind. I think of the two ways, we're probably going to go for the first, and we're going to try and play our way out of trouble, and then have people like Foden, Bellingham, Saka, and Kane really go and attack their defenders. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-1, but I don't think either team is going to play the other off the park, and that might be a big shout because Spain have been really good. But I don't think anyone's going to have like complete domination in this game. I think it's going to be a real even game, and depending on how early someone scores, it could be a really exciting and entertaining game. So 2-1 is coming home. Kiss the bad. There we go. Let's hope we get, I don't know, Monday off next week. Who knows?
old Keir Starmer said that's a possibility, right? So
come on, Keir, we love you already, mate.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, it would be very much appreciated if we could have Monday off. I'll put it that way.